Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. Okay. As our title shows, we are located in Tokyo, the capital of Japan, in the suburb of Tokyo, about 30 minutes of a train ride from downtown Tokyo, in a very quiet residential area. These are some of the photos of our campus. You can enjoy a beautiful spring with the sakura, and the summer with the greenery, and in the fall you can actually see the colored leaves, and in the winter it even snows, maybe 2 or 3 times in Tokyo during the winter. And we can actually see the Mount Fuji from our campus, which is about 80 kilometers apart from our campus. We have a relatively long history. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary in 2023. As our title shows, we specialize in humanities such as language studies and international studies. So we are relatively small in size, having 3 undergraduate programs: the School of Language and Culture Studies, School of International and Area Studies, and School of Japan Studies. This School of Japan Studies is the program that we will be focusing on today, as the language of instruction at this program is both English and Japanese, and we have an English speaker track examination, which does not require Japanese proficiency, which I will go into details later. We also have some graduate programs, the master's program and the doctoral program. And among them, we have the Peace and Conflict Studies course in the master's level, which is an English degree program, and joint doctoral program for sustainability research, which is again English degree program at our graduate level. As for the number of international students, we currently have around 620, 630 students studying at this university. As I mentioned before, we specialize in language studies and international studies. As a university specializes in language studies, the number of languages taught at this university reaches 80. Among the 80 languages are the so-called 28 major languages, which the students of this university study as their major. As you can see here, Urdu, Hindu, and Bengali are within these 28 major languages. So once you come to this university, you will be able to meet with Japanese students who are studying your language, your history, and your culture. We are a national university, meaning that the academic fees are relatively low compared with the private universities in Japan. As for the living expenses, as I mentioned before, we are located in the suburb of Tokyo. It's not only quiet and safe, but the rent are relatively low compared with living in downtown Tokyo. We do provide some support for the international students. We have the healthcare center, and we have a prayer space within the building that most of the classes are being held. We have the Global Career Center, where we provide students with job opportunities information, and there is a consultation that is provided in English for those whose Japanese proficiency is not yet high enough. We do have a dormitory. We have 3 dormitories, but I have to admit that it is not guaranteed. However, the rent around here, as I mentioned before, is relatively low. So the students kind of enjoy living outside of the campus as well. So let me go into more details of this School of Japan Studies that I just mentioned before. The language of instruction is both English and Japanese. Let me go into some of the notable features of this School of Japan Studies. It is a diverse environment where both international and Japanese students study together in the same classroom using both English and Japanese. Okay? Since some of the international students will enter without having any Japanese proficiency, all the mandatory courses in the first year are taught in English. However, as I mentioned before, we also use Japanese as the language of instruction. So for those international students who enter this program with very beginner's level of Japanese, they will be studying at the intensive Japanese language classes. As you can see here, this is the one of the example of the first year student who entered this program with the Japanese beginners level. As you can see here, most of the morning hours are devoted into Japanese. But since we are not a Japanese language school, the students are to study the other subjects as well, such as Introduction to Japan Studies, or Introduction to Japanese Linguistics, or liberal arts classes as well. Through these intensive Japanese lessons, most of the students will reach the level of N2 or at least N3 by the end of their second year or the third year. As we are also an undergraduate program providing academic programs, not only for languages, these are the 4 fields that the students are to cover during the first 3 years: Japanese politics, economy, society and history, Japanese culture and literature, Japanese linguistics, and Japanese language teaching. All the students will be covering all these fields during the first year. And once they reach the 4th year, they will specialize in one field and complete a graduation thesis or graduation project. This School of Japan Studies also comes with the dual degree program. We currently have this dual degree program with 2 universities. The ones that the international students can join are the one with the University of Lancashire in UK and University of Melbourne. We do have a dual degree program with the Rio de Janeiro State University, but those are for those coming from Brazil. These are some of the unique opportunities available by actually coming to Japan and studying in Japan. You can expand your world with tutors and buddies. Tutors and buddies are the programs that have been adopted by many of the university, that Japanese students will become the tutors and buddies of the international students to help the international students adjust to Japanese society and Japanese culture. We do have many clubs and circle activities, which many of the international students are also joining. You can experience and deepen your knowledge regarding Japan through study tours and field works. We do have several study tours that take our students into the other parts of Japan, such as Yamagata Prefecture in the northern part of Japan, and also Fukushima as well. Become a local. We organize many events that one can communicate with the local residents of this area. As for the career opportunities after graduating from this university, about half of the students will stay in Japan and work in Japan. About 25 to 30% will pursue into their master's program. And those who have returned back to their home country, many of them have taken up jobs that are related to Japan, such as the Japanese company which has an office in their country. As for working in Japan, having a high Japanese proficiency is being required. And what is good about this School of Japan Studies is that, as I mentioned before, although you can enter only with English, by the time you graduate, you will be quite proficient in Japanese language as well. Now, let me go into the actual admission information for this English speaker track examination. We have just recently announced the 2027 admission information. We will be accepting the application from August 31st to September 4th, and there's going to be a first screening and the second screening. And the second screening, which is an interview using Zoom, will be held in mid-October. One of the big features that I would like to emphasize here is that this English speaker track examination comes with the Japanese government scholarship opportunity. Applicants who meet the eligibility will be screened for both the admission of the School of Japan Studies and also for the Japanese government scholarship. What we do is that we will recommend to the Ministry of Education up to 8 successful applicants with the outstanding admission result who also meet the eligibility of the Japanese government scholarship. The details of this scholarship is explained in the 2027 admission information. If you're interested, please check the information out. I will be typing in the link for the page in the chat box after our presentation. We also have some examination using so-called the EJU, but I will not go into details today as this requires very high Japanese proficiency. We also have the third-year transfer for the School of Japan Studies, which we accept new students in fall of each year. So what you can do now to prepare your life in Japan, please download the admission information, read it carefully to understand what are the requirements and what are the necessary application documents. We do require the official language test score, especially for the English, if you are not a native speaker of English. So if you need the test score, take the test if necessary. Please understand that the application deadline is strictly observed in Japan. Now, as we have just announced the 2027 admission information, we will have the online information session on July 10th, which is a Friday. We have 2 sessions, one starting at 10 a.m. Japan Standard Time, and another session starting at 5 p.m. Japan Standard Time. We will go over more in details of the School of Japan Studies, not only with the application procedure, but campus life, and also there will be some students attending this online information session to have some interaction with the participants. So if you're interested in this program, I highly recommend you to register for this online information session. So let me now hand over the microphone to Chamodi, who has been studying at the School of Japan Studies. So Chamodi-san, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Ishita-san. Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Chamodi. So I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm currently a third-year student in the School of Japan Studies. My main area, my main interested area is Japanese language education. Next slide, please. Okay, so interestingly, I first learned about TOEFL through this very webinar session while I was still in Sri Lanka. So although I was unable to apply at that time because I could not submit the documents on time, but however, in 2024, eventually I entered TOEFL through the same application process that many of you are considering today. So one piece of advice from me is that please prepare your application documents early and manage your time carefully during the application period. So at TUF, students in the School of Japan Studies take Japanese language classes, these intensive Japanese language classes, as Ishida-san explained. So in my case, I started from upper intermediate level, and I completed until the advanced courses by 2025. So thanks to those classes, I was able to pass JLPT N1 examination in December 2025. So, and what I especially appreciate about the School of Japan Studies is its academic structure. So as Ishida-san explained, during the first 3 years, students are introduced to 4 main fields of Japan studies. So as classes became more specialized, students can discover their own interests and strengths. So in my case, at the time I entered the university, I did not have a clear idea about what I should study and what I am interested in. However, thanks to this academic structure, so I took many classes and I tried to find out what I'm interested in. And finally, I decided that I will focus on Japanese language education because I found it interesting. So also, I am taking another program at our university, which is called Japanese Language Teacher Training Program. So there we design teaching materials, learn teaching methods, conduct mock lessons, and observe actual language classes at the same university. So for me, that experience have been both enjoyable and valuable for my future career. So in addition, as Ishida-san explained, TOEFL offers study tours. I myself participated to a study tour to visit Yamagata, another prefecture in Japan. So there it gave me a deeper understanding about Japanese society and local culture as well. Next slide, please. So beyond academics, TUF is highly diverse university with many opportunities to connect with people from different backgrounds. So I was a member of photography club and a circle called TUF Kamu, which promotes communication and cultural exchange between Japanese and international students. There are also many other clubs and circles that my friends and some seniors and juniors are engaged in, including tea ceremony, kimono, ikebana, and even various sport activities such as basketball, volleyball, badminton, and kendo, and so many others. And in every November, TUF holds its university festival, which is called Gaigosai. So students organize performances, cultural events, and food stalls representing countries from around the world. So to be honest, I haven't yet had many opportunities to travel around the world. But studying at TUF often feels like traveling around the world because every day you meet different students from different countries, different cultural background, and it helps you learning about their languages, cultures, and experiences. And there's another one that Ishida-san explained. TUF is supporting you with your future career, the Global Support Center. So I'm in my third year. In Japan, usually when you reach your third year, you start doing internships because usually when you go to your fourth year, you start job hunting. It's even for Japanese students, it's kind of tough process. So I'm currently having support from this Global Career Center, which is really helpful. And even they have English guidance sessions for international students that I and my friends have found very helpful. And have also organized many other extracurricular activities. Like we participated for an event called Sakura Walk during the first year at TUF, which was very interesting. And also we joined with a hiking event at Mountain Takao, one of the famous mountain in this area. And also we watched sunset behind the mountain Fuji, which is very memorable for us. So for me, enrolling at TUF has been one of the best decisions I have made. It has helped me discovering my interest, developing my strengths, and connect with people from many different backgrounds. So if you are willing to challenge yourself and make the most of the opportunities available, TUF will provide not only academic knowledge, but also valuable experiences that will help you grow. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so it seems that we have received some questions regarding the English proficiency certificate. So let me briefly go over this first. As I mentioned, this you can apply only in English, and the mandatory classes in the first year are offered in English, which means that we do require a certain level of English proficiency for all of our applicants. If you have a chance to look into the admission information, which is recently announced, it states here that evidence of English proficiency should be TOEFL, IBT, IELTS. In case of TOEIC, you need both listening and reading and also speaking and writing, or Cambridge English. We accept the certificate of these English proficiency test score. Or if you have graduated from a high school that is fully offered in English, you should submit a certificate issued by your high school stating that all the courses and the instruction were given in English. Okay, all these details are stated in the application form. So if you're interested in, please check it out. Okay. There's another question regarding the transfer student. We do have, as I mentioned before, the third-year transfer, but in order for you to enter the School of Japan Studies from the third year, you will need to have the Japanese proficiency of N2 level, JLPT N2 level. If you do not have the certain proficiency, you may apply to start with your first year. And credit transfer may be possible, but you have to submit certain documents after you enter and see how many credits can be transferred. But I have to say, from my experience, that there's not much that you can transfer directly. Okay. As for the scholarship availability for international students, as I mentioned before, if you're interested in the School of Japan Studies, it comes with the Japanese government scholarship opportunity. Okay, but you have to meet both the eligibility for the program and eligibility for the scholarship. So please check the details on the admission information, which you can download from our website. Or you can join us for the School of Japan Studies online information session. Okay, and other than that, short-term exchange program. Unfortunately, we do not have a short-term program for international students. We do accept exchange students from our partner universities, but that is usually at least for one term or at least for 1 year. So for the very short time, like summer short time program or winter short time program, unfortunately, we don't have those at the moment. Okay. Let me go over some questions. Okay. First, 1 year of Japanese course availability. Unfortunately, we don't have a only Japanese course for those who want to enroll in computer science. Okay. This School of Japan Studies is a 4 years undergraduate program. Okay, so it's not a 1 year course or short-term Japanese language course. Okay. What are the visa requirements, part-time job rules, post-study work opportunities? Chamadi-san just mentioned about the Global Career Center. Visa requirements, you have to first pass our admission procedure, and our student exchange division will contact you regarding the necessary procedures that you need to take. As for the part-time job rules, once you enter Japan, you need to have the so-called working permission. And if you have that, the students will be able to work up to 28 hours a week during the school terms. But as for from my experience, working 28 hours a week is quite a lot, and it may affect your studying. So we do highly recommend you to have some kind of funding available to support yourself, at least for the first year or two. Okay. We do not have any information about the agency, so I'm sorry I cannot answer this question. We don't have any graduate programs in economics. I'm sorry. Okay. The only program that we have in the English language is the Peace and Conflict Studies course in the master's level and the joint doctoral program for sustainability research in the PhD level. Okay.
Okay, Ishida.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miki Fujimoto, working for the Center for International Education and Cooperation at Kwansei Gakuin University. And I will give you a brief information about Kwansei Gakuin University by some videos and slides in approximately 4 minutes. We have some staffs today from School of International Studies and the Institute of Business and Accounting, which offers English-based program at KGU. After my introduction to KGU, they will take the stage and move on talking about their specific programs. All right, since the time is quite limited, let's get started. So to begin with, please take a moment to watch this short movie to get brief ideas about us. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you can imagine the Kwansei Gakuin University's atmosphere. Let's talk about history a little quick. KGU was founded in 1889 in Kobe. Kwansei Gakuin is a comprehensive educational institution from kindergarten to graduate school with over 28,000 members. KGU's school motto is Mastery for Service. Reflecting this motto, our mission is to foster creative and competent global citizens. And because of this, KGU has a significant international student community. We have around 1,500 international students each year. So where are we located? KGU is in Hyogo Prefecture in Kansai area. Kansai has some big cities like Kobe, Osaka, and Kyoto. And we have 6 campuses, including Nichinomiya Uegahara campus, Kobe Sanda campus, Nishinomiya Seiwa campus. And we have 14 undergraduate schools. And for graduate students, we offer 14 schools as well. And regarding student support, we have various support for your campus life as international students. And Kwansei Gakuin University has Japanese Language Education Center. All classes are small with no more than 15 students, and teachers teach carefully. And we have the system called KG Buddies. Every freshman in undergraduate level will be paired with local students as buddies to get support their KGU life. And we also have a student organization called GS Network, which organizes various international exchange events throughout the year. KGU offers a scholarship program for international students as a financial support. For undergraduate students, we have two types of scholarship system, as shown on this slide. Depending on your school year, the selection process and the standard may differ. And for graduate students, we have a tuition reduction and scholarships. This is just a reference of post-graduation careers for international students. Over 90% of job-seeking KGU international students in Japan successfully got jobs. Okay, all right, that is pretty much it from me. Next, the School of International Studies will give an introduction to its program.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about the School of International Studies. So let me share PowerPoint here. Okay. Okay, can you see that? So my name is Mineo Takamura, and I'm pretty much pleased to be able to introduce the School of International Studies, which is one of 14 departments at Kwansei Gakuin University. And so it's as Fujimoto-san has talked about, Kwansei Gakuin is located. It's a very convenient place between two big cities, Osaka and Kobe. I personally grew up in Tokyo, but I found it a great place to live. So let me start with the most important part, the curriculum. So our program focuses on understanding global issues from multiple perspectives. So please take a look at the left end of this chart, and you can see three different disciplines, right? Culture, languages, societies and politics, economics and management. So we cover three different disciplines of the studies, and also, okay, I am a scholar of American literature, so I belong to the first area, first discipline among the three. And so now take a look at the upper side. There are three regions and the one are global category, four categories in terms of areas. So global, North America, Asia, and Europe. And as I said, I'm doing American literature, so I teach classes that are under the regional category of North America. So each class in the School of International Studies falls into one of these 16 squares. There are a variety of classes here in this department, and you can freely design your own study here. Let me move on to the next panel here. So one of our the greatest strengths of our school is its international environment and atmosphere. So currently, we have approximately 150 international students from around 20 countries and regions. So as a result, our campus is truly multicultural and multilingual, and the students have opportunities to interact with classmates from different linguistic, cultural, and educational backgrounds on a daily basis. So learning takes place not only inside the classroom, but also through conversations, group projects, student activities, and everyday campus life. So in our department, there's a student space called the Fujita Global Lounge, and in which students freely get together and chat one another at lunchtime and other free time. Sorry, move on. And yeah, there are many classes conducted in English. actually 120 courses and covering a wide range of subjects related to international studies. So you can take a degree here by taking English classes, and there are some Japanese language classes where you can study Japanese language very intensively. And also, if you're willing to do so, you can take regular classes in Japanese together with Japanese students. So whether you are alive with no Japanese knowledge or with previous experience, there are opportunities to continue developing your abilities here. So now I'm talking about how to enter this university and timings for international admission. The School of International Studies accepts students through our international admission process. So students enter this university in April, like other students in Japanese universities. So, which is actually the normal, ordinary beginning period of Japanese academic year. So there are two application periods actually for our department, known as the first examination and the second examination. And applicants are submitted online through the admission office called the TAO. And I checked the website yesterday and easily found the banner of Kwansei Gakuin University there, so you can click it and you can apply there. So each year, the number of students admitted through this program is approximately 15. And there are some qualifications for applicants. So applicants must be at least 18 years old at the time of enrollment and must have completed 12 years of formal education or possess equivalent educational background. In addition, applicants whose first language is not English must demonstrate English proficiency. And the accepted qualifications include TOEFL IBT with a score of 71 or higher, TOEIC listening and reading with a score of 730 or higher, IELTS with a score of 6.0 or higher, and ACAN pre-first grade or above. So these requirements help ensure that students are able to succeed in our English medium academic environment from the beginning of their studies. Next, I'm talking about the tuition fees very briefly. For students entering in 2027, the total annual cost is as it is shown here in this table, but I do not read them aloud. So that's pretty much from me. If you have any questions, further questions, you can check the website showing here. And also, we're gonna take your questions from this Zoom chat part. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. So next, Institute of Business and Accounting will presentate its program.
Thank you. Can you stop sharing the slide, please? Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for your participation. My name is Suzuki. I'm teaching at the Institute of Business and Accounting on Kwansei Gakuin University, for short IBA, which is a business school of Kwansei Gakuin University. So let me very quickly introduce our program. What is business school? Business school is a 2-year program which is focused on the study of business or organization, right? To get the master degree of business administration, and after 2 years study, MBA. So that's our program. And we do all courses in English language. We instructors teach in English and students discuss and express their ideas and opinions in English language. So the consequence, most of our students come from all over the world, including Asia, of course, Africa and Middle East, and as well as from Europe and America. And right now, I think we have close to, 30 countries representative, as a student in our course. So by joining us, you can get not only MBA, but also quite internationally diverse network of friends. Another feature of us is, since we also have a Japanese professional practitioners, our student, you can also develop the network with the Japanese professionals and learn from them how Japanese organizations are run and how they are managed. That will be a big asset, particularly when you plan to do business with the Japanese organizations in the future. We have 4 majors from which students choose one depending on their future career plan, including management, which is for those who plan to be a general manager in the future, marketing, which is for someone who wants to be a marketing manager or marketing consultants in the future. And in case you have a strong interest managing or financial aspect of the business organization, like an investment or risk management, we have a finance major. And I guess some of you plan to succeed your father's or mother's business as a family business. So for those of you, we offer family business management, which is a combination of these functional-based program, right? Combining management, marketing, and finance. And you can learn how you manage your family business organization. And as a consequence, our placement record are very favorable. And this is just a few list of our prior employer of graduate. Since we train students in English language, how they should manage their business effectively, these international or globally active organizations find our graduates very attractive talent. Right? So we can offer you very useful training as a future successful business person. We enroll students from overseas without coming to Japan to have an entrance examination. We have a site to which you can upload your application materials, which we review for our acceptance decision. And we enroll students twice a year, one in April and the other one September. Right? So you can have many enrollment opportunities to consider. Right? So this completes my very quick introduction of our program, 2-year MBA program. You have if you have any additional questions or interest, please let us know. Okay, thank you very much.
Really, so the first question is in Japanese. Is that okay to answer in Japanese? Okay. Yeah. インドの高校生で、高校生向けの短期研究インターンシップや研究室体験の機会がありますかということなんですけれども、ちょっと高校生向けに特別に何か、しているというような制度というのは、ないんですけれども、またちょっとその、 理工学関係の方の分野で、興味があるということなので、またちょっとインターネット等をご覧いただいて、わからないことがあれば、ちょっと後ほど紹介する、メールアドレスの方で、ちょっとお問い合わせいただければと思います。はい。And the next question is, do you have any PhD scholarship for foreign students? So we have some scholarships, and yeah, you can check the information from our website, and this is the website. So I will send you the website link. So could you search it from the information about the scholarships? Okay. And do we have IBA had AI or analysis as a major? So is that okay to answer from IBA office?
Oh, thank you. Unfortunately, not yet. We are right now discussing. We may be opening an AI-focused program. However, that should be a few years ahead. So I apologize. At this timing, I have to respond to your question. No.
Thank you. Okay. And does the MBA finance program integrate CFA program? Yeah. Is that okay also answer from
Okay,
IBA
thank you
office?
very much for your question. But unfortunately, finance program is focused on raising financial staff working for business organization. So it's not specifically focused on CFA trading. But of course, we have a faculty member whose specialty is in accounting. However, it's not specifically dedicated for CFA training.
Thank you for answering. So do you have any other question about Kwansei Gakuin University? So for undergraduate program, yeah, we only offer School of International Studies to study in all English. So if you have any question about, yeah, School of International Studies, you can also ask us. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, so I want to introduce the Graduate School of Environment Science. So Hokkaido University has, I think, 12 faculties for undergraduate program, but environment science, this is only graduate school program. Okay. Then let me that. Okay. So this is a map of Japan. So Hokkaido is a North Island. Then Sapporo is the main city of Hokkaido. So Hokkaido University mainly located this place. Okay. So also we have lots of remote campuses and research stations. Okay. Then our graduate school has English program of environmental earth science for sustainable society. This is an English program. We call it EPES. And the EPES has a master's and doctoral courses. So the program is conducted entirely in English. So your research is supervised by in English by your supervisor. Also for masters, we have lots of lectures conducted in English. And also we have online entrance examination is available. Actually, no need to make a special application. When you apply for the entrance examination, you will be asked if you will be supervised in English or in Japanese. Just choose the English. That's it. Okay. So our graduate school has 4 divisions. Division of Environment Science Development, System Science, Biosphere Science, Environmental Material Science. So today, Dr. Ram will explain the Division of Environment Science Development, and Dr. Biju will explain about Environmental Material Science, which is a chemistry-oriented department. Okay. So environment science development is kind of integrated. This is the words which created. So the so environmental science should be integrated science. So we aim to integrate the different research fields to make a new environment science. That is our the kind of, I think, our ideal, right? Then entrance examination, we have a general entrance examination and online entrance examination on different days. So basically, we have twice entrance examination twice a year for both of systems. Okay, then. But in any cases, you need to submit English fluency scores, which is TOEIC, TOEFL, or IELTS. That is a requirement. So even many of you, the mother tongue, it might be English, but still you need to submit these scores. So there's no exceptions. Okay. Then details are shown in the student application guidebook, which is available on the web. Okay, scholarships. Of course, you can apply for the mixed scholarships, embassy recommendation or university recommendation, and we have a special source for the university recommendations. So, however, we are not really sure that we can recruit the students for the special slot next year or not. Okay, so then some other programs, the scholarships also available, so you can check our website. Then especially the research assistant program of Graduate School of Environment Science. This is available for only a few laboratories. So, but if your prospective supervisors provide this RA program, so you can apply. Also, Hokkaido University Execs Doctoral Fellowships is available, but unfortunately, this fellowship doesn't have a scholarship for international students, but research budget is available. So then it's more, you can go to the conference with more flexibility, or you can buy some machines and so on. So this is also a good opportunity. Okay, then visit our website. So ees.hokudai.ac.jp. So Hokudai is abbreviation of Hokkaido University in Japanese. Okay, so EES is environmental science. Okay, then check the websites of each professors and then contact one of us whose research interest fits yours. It's important for you to write. At first you need to contact them by email, and then it's important for you to write what kind of research you are interested in. So without this kind of statement, maybe some professor might ignore your email because we receive lots of emails. Okay, so but if many professors can accept the online interview, so then you can communicate with him or her. Okay, that is important process. Okay, so Hokkaido University has a beautiful campuses, and in winter it's cold, but snow is also beautiful. So enjoy student life in Sapporo. So
I can see.
Okay, welcome to this session, and I know many of you are waiting to receive more information about the graduate schools and study for undergraduate and postgraduate and doctoral program. So Professor Okino mentioned about our graduate school and a little bit about Hokkaido University. Actually, this is Hokkaido University's one picture from Hokkaido University celebrating the 150th anniversary. So our message is boys, not only boys, actually generally students and youngsters, be ambitious. So the campus is so huge, like as you can see around here, so that there are campus bus to move from one place to another place. This is Sapporo City, and this is Hokkaido University campus is located here. So that is Professor Okino already mentioned many things about the graduate school. So that why Hokkaido University actually one of the things is so attractive, and it's called the campus, tourist campus. So you can enjoy all the season, as Professor Okino also mentioned, the autumn leaves on the campus, and you can enjoy more about for example, in the spring season, flower, and summer, all these seasons are enjoyable. So because of that, so many people come to Hokkaido and Hokkaido University for tourism also. So many things to enjoy here, and this is a winter actually, so we can see many things, the sculptures and made using snow and ice in Hokkaido. So coming to the graduate school actually, so as Professor Okino mentioned that, so the key aspects of our division, our environmental material science, is that solving environmental problems through chemistry. So we have many problems like pollution and carbon, greenhouse gases, carbon neutrality, energy, all these things. And our faculty members and division members are focusing on green chemistry, environmental nanotechnology, clean energy, photo energy conversion, efficient use of biomass, environmental monitoring, and environmental reparation and remediation. So these are the things being done on the chemistry platform in our division. There is a division of environmental material science in the graduate school, which is one of the 4 divisions. So the green chemical approaches actually allows research students and internship students or masters and PhD program, not undergraduate students. Of course, undergraduate students may be able to do some internship depending on the faculty member. And we have 4 courses in our division. There is a course in biomaterial chemistry, course in environmental nanomaterials, and molecular photonics and electronic science, and environmental catalytic chemistry. So as you can see, everything is chemistry oriented. So let us see the different labs. I will introduce the labs focusing on that. One is the environmental course that is environmental course in biomaterials chemistry by one of the lab. So focusing on biomaterials, biodiverse, and 2 protein engineering and AI. And then we have another lab is working on fluorescence probes for bioimaging, and Umeswara lab is focusing on natural product chemistry and organic synthesis. And Professor Okino is also leading a lab, this Okino lab, focusing on marine natural products, bioorganic chemistry, and chemical ecology. So then another subdivision of our lab, our institute, is a course in environmental nanomaterials, where we have Kwansei lab focusing on ligand-based toolboxes like metal clusters, which can show tunable emission, absorption, etc. And then another lab is a Yagi lab focusing on greenhouse gas reduction. For example, the laughing gas, nitrous oxide, can be converted into nitrogen oxide. There is only one example. Similarly, he is working on photoelectrocatalysis and electrocatalysis to convert toxic materials into non-toxic and benign materials. Another one is a Kamiya laboratory focusing on environmental catalysis, water purification, and environmental remediation using different toolboxes like chromatography, catalysis, etc. So then we have a course in other laboratories in the same course is environmental nanomaterials, is that the Hirokawa laboratory focusing on heterogeneous reactions, secondary organic aerosols, and nitrate reduction using chromatography and physical chemistry tools. And another one is a Noro laboratory working on porous metal complexes, gas separation and release, pollutant removal, etc. using this metal organic framework. And very recently we added a new lab, that Liu lab, working on environmental modeling and a risk assessment, where mostly the problems in environment is assessed using AI tools and chemistry tools. So coming to the course on photonic and electronic science, we have 2 laboratories. One is a Horie laboratory, a new laboratory recently started, where students and researchers working on conjugated polymer optoelectronics, molecular machines and switches. And my lab is also there working on photonics and plasmonic nanomaterials, luminescent quantum dots and nanocrystals, where we study exciton, free carrier, and plasmon dynamics like this. And we have another subdivision that is on catalysis. One is run by Professor Nakajima lab, where they focus on design of solid acid-base catalysis and catalytic conversion of biomass using different catalytic tools and toolboxes like materials. And the final one is Takaku's lab, working on the catalytic reaction visualization, novel surface measurement methods, and plasma catalysis to remediate environment and assess environmental pollutants. And the final slide is about this one actually, so of course, Professor Okino has given some information, but I have some additional information about scholarship. Actually, that is one of the most important things that students are looking for, scholarship. And of course, there are general scholarship for technical colleges in Japan, undergraduate and master's and doctoral studies. Actually, Sony is mostly given by the Japan Science and Technology Agency, which is giving the Spring Scholarship under the EXEX platform. And more recently, for Indian students, you might have heard about the Lotus program. So already 1,000 scholarship is offered this year under the Lotus program. We believe that JST will continue this Lotus program. So then the next scholarship is university recommendation and embassy recommendation. You can visit the sites of these. And of course, JASO itself is supporting mixed honor scholarship and student exchange support program and the JASO Tingle program. So in addition to that, we have self-supported students also. For example, of course, if one wants to be self-supported, they may wonder about the scholarship that is general for the national universities in Japan. That is 536,000 yen tuition fee. And there can be tuition fee exemption from 25 to 100%. In addition to, they can receive JASO scholarship and also private scholarship. So high-ranking university education in Japan can be accomplished with a low cost of education in case you cannot obtain a scholarship. Also, there are additional programs also for example, PI-based or faculty or the supervisor-based programs are there. So it is important to explore the JASO homepage and also the university homepage and all these homepages. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
So thank you for this opportunity. So my talk is mainly focusing on science and sustainability for a better tomorrow. And as Professor Okino and Professor Viju already mentioned, in our graduate school, we have 4 divisions. So 3 of them are like the fundamental divisions of this earth science that is mainly based on the physics and earth sciences. The division of biosphere that is mainly focusing on based on the biology and fishery sciences. And the third one is the division of environmental material sciences, which is based on the chemistry. And the last one, the fourth one, is division of environmental science and development. This division takes a interdisciplinary approach to solve the environmental problems and offer program that is designed for like giving and providing some training for skilled professionals and experts in international environmental issues. So if we are dealing with the environmental issues, we should know what are the environmental issues, what we are facing today. So if I ask you a very simple question, what are the environmental issues we are facing today? So some people might say it's climate change. Some people might say it's a very recent oil crisis or war, or some might say some kind of disasters or some food security, or maybe recently the increase in the commodity prices. So the environmental issues may be defined as the negative effects of human activities on the environment, but the nature and intensity of issues may vary, depends on who is the end users and what are their perspective. So somebody who's living in New Delhi, maybe especially during winters, the air pollution is a main problem. They are facing huge problems during the winter, the air pollution. And similarly, like somebody who's living in Fiji, maybe the sea level rise, because of that, it is causing lots of impacts to the economy, environment, and society. And similarly, people who are living in a city like maybe in Dhaka, the water pollution might be another issue. So as you know, like these environmental issues varies with the time and scale as well as the location. There are spatial and temporal variations of these issues. So as we already know, the global community is facing various issues like climate change, biodiversity loss, then soil degradation, the land degradation, disasters. So there are multiple issues, and there are multiple organizations like the United Nations, UNDP program, UNEP program. There are multiple programs are also going on, and they list all these issues and they try to address during the conference of parties or COP meetings. So in this department, we deal with all these global environmental issues in a interdisciplinary way to look into how we can solve the problem. So addressing all these environmental issues is still quite difficult and challenging because of the three broad regions. First one is these issues are like these environmental problems are complex and influenced by the many interrelated and dynamic systems. So, and it also involves, the second thing is it involves multiple stakeholders. So each with varying impacts on the environment. It is challenging to organizations to have like all the stakeholder at the same platform or to act in a coordinated way. And third one is the personal choices that also play a significant role in depleting the natural resources, such as the use of the fossil fuel, which have negative impacts on the environmental problems, and most of the people are not willing to change their lifestyle or the comfort level. So these are the main challenges that because of that we are facing these problems still quite challenging. So therefore the concept of this sustainable development or sustainability sciences comes from the Brundtland Commission's report in 1987 that clearly shows like to understand the sustainability in a long term, we need to look into the sustainable development, which refers to the various processes and pathways to reach that goal. We look into the environmentally sound, economically feasible, and socially equitable kind of concept. However, in current scenario, it becomes quite challenging. We are more towards the economic development, so therefore it becomes quite challenging to achieve the SDGs or sustainability. So this means if we are not having very strict or some better balance between all these economy, society, and environment, then it may have very much impacts. And neglecting the environmental raises again serious concern with about the human well-being. So it may be much more like causes more problems in the future. So in my laboratory, of course, in this division, we have multiple laboratory, different professors, they have different expertise. So if you want to know more about the other laboratory, you may explore the website. And here in my laboratory, we are mainly working towards how we can use the data sciences, mainly focusing on the data fusion using the machine learning, deep learning, and AI-based model. We integrate the data that is coming from the different sensors that include the satellites, drone data, multi-sensors, as well as the integrating with the ground data, meteorological data. And finally, we develop a kind of framework, social knowledge infrastructure. We process all the data, and whatever outcomes we get, we share with the different government, academia, policymakers, and NGO. And finally, it can contribute toward different management of natural resources. It could be some forestry sector or forest resource management or the agriculture resource management or the urban planning or the water resource management. So these are some of the key publications that shows how we can use the geospatial data in the implementation of the sustainable development goals. And these are the various facilities in geospatial lab we can conduct various kind of field surveys and collecting lots of data from different field sites that can help you and support to make the validation and down to thing. And these are during this course you will learn some of the core competency courses. We also provide lots of trainings, capacity development programs, and there are lots of field opportunities where you can interact various researchers and students. Thank you very much all for your kind attention.
Yeah, what is the IELTS score requires? I think it's not a certain number of requirement, but if you have a 6.0, that's okay. Okay. Do you have any graduate program in business? Yes, we do have, but it's not it's different from a graduate school. I mean the environment science. You can check Hokkaido University website. Are there any research internships or research participation programs in quantum physics for high school? high school students. Quantum physics, maybe you should ask the graduate school of science, not the environmental science. Can we independently get opportunities like shadowing under the professors? Yeah, you can email the professors and you can communicate on the web online. IP, I don't know. Can I apply for College of Technology Kosen through Next University recommend? Kosen, apply for the College of Technology Kosen. I think that's we probably the Kosen is a different system of Hokkaido University, so I don't know about it.
Maybe that is actually the question by the embassy homepage has a next scholarship for undergraduate studies or courses. It is already given in on the embassy homepage. It is possible, but that is of course not related to Hokkaido University.
Thank you, Biju Sensei. I think I answered all of the questions. Actually, the University of Tokyo chose. So,
Okay. Okino Sensei, thank you so much. And Biju Sensei and Avatar Sensei, thank you so much. Okay, as we are approaching the end of our scheduled time, we would like to conclude the Q&A session here. Okay. We would like to sincerely thank all the speakers and for their valuable responses. For participants, we'll share the contact information shortly. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you. Okay. All right. Sensei, you can close the share slide. Could you close it? Well, as we have now reached the end of our scheduled time, we would like to conclude today's session. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the speakers from Tokyo University of Foreign Studies and Kwansei Gakuin University and Hokkaido University for their wonderful presentations and valuable insights. Thank you. ありがとうございます。Before we close, we would like to share a few announcements. All right, I'm going to close this. Just 1 second, everyone. 共有これごめんなさい。はい。Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay. I would like to introduce the official, our official YouTube account of the U-Tokyo India office. The recording of today's session will be available. I will inform more details at the end of the session. Okay. Well, next, I would like to introduce the Navi Japan at the right, an information platform for studying in Japan. On this website, you can search for Japanese universities and programs and explore study options based on your interests and academic field. In addition, the platform provides information on scholarship and application procedures, allowing you to access a wide range of information about studying in Japan all in one place. It also offers a feature to support your application process, such as progress tracking and counseling services. You can access the platform via the QR code displayed at the bottom, so we encourage you to make use of it. Also, you will find the QR code for the official Instagram account of the University of Tokyo in the office. We regularly share updates on upcoming online sessions and events, so we would greatly appreciate it if you could follow us. Well, today's session is being recorded. The recording will be uploaded to the official website of the U Tokyo India office at a later date. Once it's available, we'll also announce it on our Instagram. So we would appreciate it if you could follow us account. Well, finally, we'll continue hosting a series of online sessions featuring presentations by various Japanese universities, introducing their programs and academic offerings. The latest updates will also be shared on our Instagram. Once again, thank you very much for joining us today. And thank you so much for our professors from 3 universities today. ありがとうございました。We hope this session has been informative and helpful for all of you. Thank you. ありがとうございました。The session is over. ありがとうございます。先生方、ありがとうございました。